Uh, that's amazing. I wonder how long he's. I wonder how long this guy's going to stay there for. It's very unusual you get something like this, right? To able to get this um with no AI is without. I mean, literally, this guy has got AI, and he's literally not moving. I wonder if it's to do with the vampirism thing. It might be. I'm curious if he's going to move at all. Let's just have a face-off. Okay, well, yeah, this is actually a really unusual location as well. Like, um, there's a totem. I guess you get this in all of them, but I'm not quite sure why there's a Tinker's Island directly above it. That's what's unusual. Can you click on this thing? Well, you can break it. Oops. All right. Anyway, yeah. So today, what am I going to do? I'm going to play with Buildcraft. Is what I'm going to do because why not? I haven't played with it in 1.12, and I fancied doing so. This is really what I'd like to try to do. See if I can get the oil. I wonder if what we've got here. Oh, look at this. Oh wow, I haven't seen this menu before. Interesting. I may need to find oil first of all. That's an interesting page number. But we'll get to it. I would like to check out everything else, and then that is something that is kind of what. How's that happened? That is really weird. Because that wasn't like that before, and I haven't been up here. Somehow there's a... Yeah, that's really unusual. That it's actually quite a. It's not see-through, this liquid. Quite good traversal material, though, isn't it? But yeah, that is cool though. I do like that. Let me get the comments up and running and everything. And I'll be back in a second. Oh, you can break it. Okay. Hi there, Neutron. Don't know if it's paused at the moment. I will say hello to you. Wow, 4 concurrent viewers on this already. That's crazy. Yeah, I've pressed. Let's just set it up correctly. Minecraft Let's Play. The game is called Minecraft, I believe. Believe this game is called Minecraft. Yeah, it's different. The thing is, Neutron, I never know if it's going to be paused or not. It's a really weird start to this stream, actually. First off, the cartographer just stood right, completely still, and then when I broke something in the vampire totem, for some reason, the beacon, it destroyed all the blocks, and so that was why all the slime came down into the village. There's also a cow on top of here. I don't know how he managed to get up there. Because there's no real... Because this is just... Well, I've literally just arrived here. How the cow has got up there. Because the cow can't fit through a... Oh, you did see that. Yeah. And how this cow's got up there, it's almost like I could write a story about that. Because that was such a funny... That was a very, very funny beginning. You don't get that in 1.14 quite so much because, and funnily enough, these things, you know, you've got campfires in vanilla now. They've always had them in this mod called Vampirism. But I want to look at Buildcraft because I still haven't researched Vampirism properly. So you may not know about Buildcraft, but Buildcraft is one of the I don't know if you know about it. Buildcraft is one of the earliest mods there is. It's very old-fashioned, this mod. In the very early days of Minecraft, people would play with this mod all the time. And what you'd do is you would make this. You'd make the Stirling engine. So you'd make it with glass, and then it would be just a stone gear like this. And the wooden gear would be made out of sticks. So you get your Stirling engine, and you would want to power something. So for instance, you could power... was there a furnace in Buildcraft? Well, I'll tell you the most basic thing that you would do back in the day would be something like this. You would have a transport pipe. This is really like when it started, when Minecraft modding started. And you'd put that on there. And then if you had items in here, right? Well, we're not going to put that in there. You would extract them into another chest. And the way you would do it is you'd have to give power to it. So you would put power onto the transport pipe like that. And then you could put a lever on the back of it. Not with this engine, sorry, this is the second tier engine. I'll show you what this one's for in a minute. Oh wow, that's not great. But you would use this engine rather, the redstone engine. You put power into it. And it's free power, right? You didn't see it because I was probably doing something else. You see the items they go through. Not very quickly though. But there are things you can do. So this is called an extraction pipe. And if you wanted a faster one, you'd have to use an emerald pipe, which is not in the game. Okay. So we won't be using that. But the cool thing is that what you used to have is you would have, for instance, an iron pipe. And then you would have a... what are we calling it in this mod? Yep. Yep, this is when they used to have something called Tech-It, which was the very early thing. It is a bit like an early hopper, yeah. So for instance, what you could do is say you had two, well not like that. Can you use... See, we can make the chest go a different way, but we're not going to do that. And basically this would tell you because it's green like that, you can tell it's working really well. So what you might want to do, you can see it changes colour and stuff. So if you wanted things to go into a certain direction, right? Let's just, I'm trying to think how to best do this. So you may want everything to go into this pipe in the... let's just try and remember this. So let's have a look, see what the items do here, right? We'll just put some items in. Just need to refresh my memory here. Let's turn it back on. So they're going to go straight through. Wow, F2 stock cars. That's that's probably one of the most unusual messages I've ever seen. So well done. So if we wanted to route items here, you can see we're blocking them off there. And what you could do is you would route them, and there were other pipes as well. If you look at all the different types of pipe, there's a lot of different type of pipe, right? And what you would do is, Like for instance, the sandstone pipe. This was popular because you couldn't connect to other pipes. Well, I don't remember all the rules. I do sort of know it, but it's like it's been a while. F2 are advertising something. Wellington's for sale. Lincoln, isn't that the car with Matthew McConaughey? Bright green, can supply a picture of them if needed. Well, Wellingtons are types of boots. These boots are made for walking, I believe. I don't know. I'm not really very good at doing that, where people just put in like a... yeah, so this is the pipe you would want, the diamond pipe. Because in this one you can do filters and stuff. So if you look at the interface for this, there's all these different pipe... that's not very useful. Is this just like... It doesn't tell you anything. It's just like a little thing that comes out and just says help, and that's it. It's that's funny. They just had like a little character there. It doesn't help you at all. Help. I like that. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. But you see, basically, right, if I wanted everything to go into... This is the one that's most commonly used. But you see, if I put everything in yellow here, for instance, right? Can you see everything is now going into yellow? But if I change that and put it into red... not that one. See, it's now all going to red. And this was how you would, before you would like route stuff. And there's other rules as well, for instance, like if stuff is going down a line, let's see if I can remember this. So say we're going down the sandstone pipe. This pipe is very important as well, the clay insertion pipe. So let's have a look, see how this one works. We'll do sandstone here. And we'll put a chest at the end here. It doesn't connect, does it? We can just put a stone pipe there then. Doesn't matter, they're the same, those two. So what this should do is this should try and insert into the chest. So let's see if that works. Again, I'm a bit rusty with this, but you see it does, right? But you see, if this was like this, well, it wouldn't connect. But even if it was like this, you see, it doesn't always go in. It basically, when it gets to an intersection like this, it chooses which way to go. But if you wanted to guarantee the insertion, you would have to do that. And then everyone is going to go in there like that. So yeah. Now the other thing that you would want to do... Are you alright, Oni-chan? How you doing? So the other thing that you'd sometimes want to do is say you wanted the items to go a bit faster. What you could do is you could put one of these in there. So look what happens when it gets to the gold pipe now. So you can see it's going quite slowly. And you see it gets that little boost of acceleration. It's hard to tell. Let's put another one down here. But this is if you wanted to go a little bit faster. You can definitely see the acceleration now, right? So this accelerates how fast it goes through the pipe. So basically all the different pipes do different things, right? So these are normal pipes, the stone ones. The quartz one, I can't remember what that one does. Item is for routing, like I showed you. Gold, clay, only connects to other pipes. Yeah, so this doesn't connect to like inventories and stuff. So this one is quite cool as well, right? So in the early days of like with mob spawners, right? What you would do It is complicated, but people. This is what people are interested in modding in the first place. Basically, what you would do with in the past is you would have all this, and then underneath it you would have. I'll show you what you would do. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit rusty with the iron pipes. Let's see, this is going to be a bit of a test here. If you had iron pipe, though, you put the iron pipes underneath, like here. See if I can get in there. And the way this would work is you would have like a chest here. It would be easy to do it with a So basically what you would have to do is it would be something like this, and then everything that would drop. So you see everything that drops around, like, can you see it goes automatically into the pipes? Doesn't matter where I drop it, it's going to go somewhere, right? But you see they're popping back out because it can't, because I need to use the wrench to change it. I can't remember how. I think you basically need to make sure it's all clear. This one should be able to go there. I think it's something like this. Wait. Clear, clear, clear. So let's see what happens if I put this one in here. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? So you need to make them all clear like that. That's clear. That's clear. Yeah. So now you see if I put something in here, or even, it doesn't matter where it goes really. Clear, clear. Alright, so it goes that way. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that at the end here, I wasn't quite planning to be like this, but you'll get the picture, right? We can make this one clear, right? And then you could have like a, normally you want to have like a normal one here, like a stone pipe here. So we'll just do something like this actually instead. So now what should happen is any items that drop around here, let's just see what happens. Okay, that is actually, I actually remembered that quite well. So we'll do the same here as well. Okay. So we're gonna randomly chuck everything away here. And everything should go exactly. That was lucky actually. What I just did there. So yeah, you can actually see it quite. Yeah, if it's clear like that, it means it can go into the next block. This is the block here, right? And you see what you would have, right, is you would have the way it works, for instance, is you would have like your spawner on top. So you can imagine, right, if you had something like this, like, just to illustrate this, can I just spawn an enemy here? Of course he's going to run off. But basically, you'd have your spawner on top. And you can see the items would go down like that. And then you'd be able to collect them all in the chest. Yeah, the clear side is the output. So basically, if it's going this way, like the reason why it doesn't come out here, because you can see this is not clear. So when it comes out of the, it says like, it goes in here, right? And it says which way can I go out? It can't go out there because that's solid. It can go out here because it's clear, right? So then it goes to here. When it gets to here, it says which way can I go? I can't go out here because it's solid. I can go out here because it's clear. And then when it gets to the end of the row, and so the only way I can go out now is clear, is this way. But yeah, you can make it however you want, but it's easier just to do it on the side, right? So yeah, so that's that anyway. Now, would you like to look at robots? Oh. Really? Oh man. Really? Oh, that's lame. Why are robots not coming? Alright, we're not looking at robots then. Okay. Not to worry though, not to worry. Do we have the filler at least? Okay, so a lot of this is not usable at the moment. Now the filler. Yeah, I would like to show you the robots because they are cool, but as you can see by what it just said there, it doesn't work. The filler. I'm not sure how it's going to... let's try this. We'll try something very simple. This is quite a famous thing you could do. So what you do is you place down landmarks like this. We're just going to see if I can get this to work or not. That should be here. This is very old-fashioned. Is that even in the line? I think it is, right? So you right-click on it, and it creates a pattern like that, right? And what you do is you get this item. This is called a quarry. You place the quarry like that. Okay? And what the quarry wants to do is it wants to put blocks into a chest, right? So for instance, if we give this engine some coal, why is it not telling me anything about it? And we'll give it a lever here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, this is the original quarry. I can give it more power though. Let's just try putting this thing on top. I don't know if it will work. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I don't know if it. I don't think it's going to accept the power, unfortunately. What you used to have to do is you would put in loads of engines around it, like this. Yeah, that's different mod though. And you see all the items, well you won't see it yet. It's just... Oops, sorry. So it should be working a little bit faster now. So there you go, you can see the quarry working now. It's actually got quite... this is actually new, the way it looks. There's a new animation on it. And that will go all the way down to bedrock. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see what else we've got. Oh yeah, another thing you can do, this is also used in other mods, is you can paint the pipes. Can you paint diamond pipes? Probably not. Oh, you can. So this is when you've got, before you would, if you had very complex systems, you could paint them to say which way they're going to go, the stuff's going to go. It used to be really, but yeah, I won't go into that too much. But look at that though. Pretty cool. That's actually a really nice, it never used to be as good as this animation. This is a really solid animation. Because you can see the block being broken. But yeah. But it's a cool quarry though. I've always liked it. And it just looks better now, if anything. Okay, so quarry. I'm not sure if these are still working properly. I don't know. I would like to check out the filler. Let's see what else we've got in here. That rings about. Oh, there's actually a guidebook. Should we see what the guidebook says? There never used to be one of those. Oh yeah. So these are the I'll show you that as well in a minute. You can see it's getting stuff, and it should be going into the chest now, yeah? So you can see we're getting all that stuff in the chest. Right. Let's look at the guidebook, shall we? It might be fun. Do you want to see the logic gates? I'll show you the logic gates if you want. So the logic gates... Okay, so what you would do with those is... yeah. It was called wire, I think. Let's see if I can... This is a more advanced thing. Wooden transport pipe. Okay. So say you have a system like we're just going to do something like that for now, just so I've got a bit of space. If you didn't want to have an engine to extract, you'd get something called an autarkic gate. Yeah, there's no more than that. We've all got basic, AND gate, OR gate. I'm just seeing what is actually in here. Interesting. I did want to get the guidebook. I wonder, because it does look like it's changed a little bit. Oh, that's fancy. Can you click this stuff? You can. Yeah, I think the hopper actually came from this mod. It used to be called the chute. This was the original. I didn't mean to do that. This is a kind of cool book. Yeah, what annoys me about this mod is they don't properly develop it. Because the dude that makes it is too busy making... What is this? It's not that useful, this book, to be honest. But yeah, let's get some gates out and see what we can do with them. So the basic gate, you can put it down there, right? So what we could say is items. This is a what we got options are. Okay, so let's say items. So it's the south side. Items in the inventory. So I think can we just drag it over? Yeah, and then we can drag this one over. Okay. Nobody knows about this stuff anymore, to be honest. So you can see there's no items in the inventory, right? So what happens, I think we might need to do one more. Can you see the power now is on? And it's powering this line here. So for instance, I didn't mean to do that. Well, that was interesting. So you can see when I take the items out, the power's now off, right? And you transport the power with this pipe wire. So for instance, let's think about the best way to do this. So if we had, say, this here, right? We can have red pipe signal on, and then we can do some other stuff. We can have items traversing as well. I'm trying to remember how this works now. This is where it gets more complicated. What's that? Let me think. I'm trying to think like what I can do with this. Let me. I will try and remember what the point of that is. You know what I think you're supposed to do? I will be able to get this, I think, because I sort of remember it. Let's get another wrench, because I don't think I've got one left. Okay, so what we're going to do, right, is we're going to say when this doesn't have any items, it's going to send the red let's just get a better gate, because I remember it's easier when you have better ones. Let's get a gold and gate. Is that the best one? I think so. Let's try the gold one. Yeah, you get more here. So if red pipe signal is on, and and that can be it for now. We'll just do something that's always true, right? Redstone signal, right? So the red pipe signal is on and it contains less than 50%. We'll send out a redstone signal. No, yeah, because that will power. That will make it extract, right? And then here, what we'll do, if the inventory is empty, we'll do a red pipe signal. Can we do that? Let's see if this works. Should do, right? Maybe not. I should be setting the pipe signal. Inventory empty, redstone signal. No, sorry, I want the pipe signal rather. There we go. So now these are both true, right? Yes, yes. And then we can send out the redstone signal. Huh. Don't know why it's not extracting then. Yeah, you see the problem is there used to be this thing called an autarkic gate. I'm not sure it's able to do it though anymore. Because what I'm trying to do is say, this is true, inventory is empty, it sends out the pipe signal here, right? But, and it says if it's getting a pipe signal, which it is, and then this is a bit of a waste of time. That is weird, face the south side. What is that? That's weird. Oh, you can actually connect them. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. Contains less than 50% on the south side. Let me just check something. Yeah. The problem is the gates are different to how I remember, so 8 slots, 1 trigger. You know what I could do actually is I could make it so it activates the redstone engine instead. So we put the redstone engine here, right? We're not going to power it. There we go. It worked. So basically the way it works, right? The inventory's empty, it sends out the pipe signal. This could just be a basic gate. I'll just change it to a basic gate because it's confusing to have it like this. We put the basic gate, red pipe signal gives you a redstone signal. Okay. So we put items in here, right? But you see this inventory's got stuff in it, right? So if we take the stuff out of it, the pipe signal comes on, it makes the redstone engine go, and then it extracts the items from the chest. So there we go. Explanation achieved. So that's gates. I don't know if you understand what I've just done there. I'll just explain it one more time. You see it just went off because items arrived in the chest. If the inventory is empty, it will send a red pipe signal along the pipe wire. If this is receiving a red pipe signal, then it will send out a redstone signal, and that will make the engine go, and that will mean that this gets extracted from the chest. You did understand. But yeah, this is why people used to play with this like all the time, because this was like so fun to do this sort of stuff. But people don't do it anymore. But back in the day, this was very popular. Okay, so let's see what else I can do. Now I should try. I'd like to be able to show you the oil extractor thing. Yeah, it's the same with me. It's the same with me, Neutron. People make things... The thing is, some people are just very, very smart. And if you don't understand it, they're not very good. They're smart, but they're terrible at explaining things, unfortunately. And And if you're really smart, you need to be even better at explaining things, and people are not. So we can take a look at our quarry now. So all that time we've been doing that, you can see our quarry has gone all the way down. So it's pretty useful. That's pretty big quarry, right? And you can make the quarry massive, as you might think. You can make it go much faster and stuff like that. So oil. I guess we're done with this section. So let's see what else we can find. Yeah, it's difficult to explain, but you just learn it over time. Some people are just good. You have to like really understand something before you can explain it. Like, it's just like one of those things. So we may not be able to find oil. I don't know what the oil... Sometimes you just can't find oil. It may not even spawn. That's the problem. Because I looked around a bit. I'm going to just look for it for a bit. You often see it in the water and stuff. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is a very, very important thing in Buildcraft. This is oil, as you might imagine, right? Let's look at the so what have we done? Find oil. We haven't got that. So we're going to try. We could try to make the oil now. That might be a good fun thing to do as well. Have we done the quarry? Get massive quarries. The filler looks like it works. What is this? Goggles. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You just have to imagine that you have to imagine yourself that you don't understand how it works. You know, like, even though you do understand, imagine you don't. Try to help. Try to think from their position if they're trying to learn. Okay. Oh yeah, this thing. What does this thing do again? Oh wow. I don't know what this is. It looks cool though, but we're not going to do that. We're going to try with the oil, right? So to extract the oil, we need to use this, which is a pump. And these things are made... Okay, so... Yeah, well that's good. But you have to be... I don't know. Sometimes, not everyone is someone that will help, that can help, Some people, they just... Like most people, they just have to do their own thing because trying to explain it to other people is more difficult. The only reason I find something like this easy for me is because I learnt this a long time ago. When I was learning it, I wouldn't have wanted to explain it to people. Okay, so we're going to go... So what you need to do... is you go... Let me just check. So the pump is going to go here. Actually, we'll... So if you look down in the middle here, what you'll see... actually, you can't see anything yet. So similar to the other things, we need to power it with a... Did you say I could put lava in the Stirling engine? I might be able to. No, this is oil isn't always underground. Well, actually, it probably is. Actually, you are right in a way, but it's not. Well, in this it's not. Right, so you get the engine. Uh, I could just and you have to get these things, which are called. I think you put a tank on top, and you can place the tank like this. And this is what people used to do. They would just place the tank really high up like that. So let's just use this creative engine for now, just because, to be honest, it will take ages otherwise. So we look what's... Oh. Oh, it hasn't... So you can see the oil... Oh, it's coming in. So yeah, there used to be a thing. It doesn't... Maybe it's not in this version yet. But there should be a thing coming out the bottom. It's not working, the animation. But if you look at the oil, you can see it's going down all the time. So it's just not showing it. Okay. So what we've got here, let's have a look at what we've got. We need a bucket. So here, right, you know what, I need to go into survival 1 second. So if we take what we've got here, we've got oil, cool bucket. So it's given me 50 of these units a tick. So if we look at oil, okay, so this is what we've got, oil, cool bucket, right? So we need to, now, oh. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to heat it, so to make it oil hot bucket. And so we need to, this is new, so I don't remember this bit. We need to have a heat exchanger, I think. The problem with heat exchangers is they work a bit. I know how they work in other mods, and I'm not sure this is going to work because I've not used this before. I almost fell off and died there. Let me just in case I fall off here. Because, Okay. Oh yeah, it is working. You can see this is the thing that's supposed to happen. So what we'll do is we'll get a transport pipe. Remember, it's a fluid pipe this time. We could probably do it like that. And can I put it straight into here? Huh. We might have to leave it there because I'm going to need to research this bit because I think it stops. But yeah, we're going to have to leave it there because this bit I'm not sure about at all. I need to look this one up because I know I could do it with you can do it like in thermal expansion in other mods, but to do it the proper way, I'd like to do it the proper Buildcraft way. I'm just curious like how you make some of this stuff. I want to check something here. Yeah, you do need to use the heat exchanger somehow. Yeah, this process I'm not sure about. Normally what you have to do is you have to have two sides to a block. Oh yeah, do you know what? Actually, no, we need to use the distillery first, right? Yeah, that's the one. This is the same, actually. Right, so I'm not sure we're going to do that yet. What I think we want to do first is probably use the distillery. This is how it used to be, but now there's an extra layer with the heat exchanger. So you can see that we've got oil cool, right? So if we put it in the distillery, we'll get fuel and heavy oil as well. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm gonna look this one up because it's even the distillery. It has changed quite a bit. And we're going to see how we get about this. If the tank is full, by the way, well, we can see what happens because I'm going to... I'm not sure what happens. I think it might just stop. I think it probably just stops, yeah. I don't know, maybe it is there. I don't know. But anyway, we'll come back another time, so thanks for watching.